Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a report from Byline Bancorp, and let me tell you, it's got more twists than a pretzel. We're talking about an accountant shake-up, mergers, and all those lovely financial details that tell us how the company is really doing. Before we start decoding, if you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below. Byline Bancorp just announced a change in their accounting firm because of a merger. Their auditors, Moss Adams, merged with another firm, Baker Tilly. So Moss Adams resigned and Byline Bancorp appointed Baker Tilly in their place. This might sound like just paperwork, but it's actually pretty important to make sure a company's financial reports are accurate. What does this mean for Byline and its financial transparency? Let's find out. Basically what happened is the company was notified about its accounting firm merging with a larger one. Moss Adams is no more as an independent entity, and its audit business is now being conducted by Baker Tilly US LLT. Because of this merger, Moss Adams had to step down as Byline's auditor. To keep things moving smoothly, the company's audit committee approved Baker Tilly as the new independent accounting firm, so Baker Tilly will pick up where Moss Adams left off. It's important to note that Moss Adams' audit reports for the past 2 years didn't have any major red flags. There were no opinions against the company or disclaimers, and nothing was changed or qualified due to uncertainty, the scope of the audit, or accounting rules. For the last 2 years and up to mid-June, there weren't any disagreements with Moss Adams on how they handled accounting, shared financial info, or the scope and steps they took during the audit. The SEC, which is the government institution that oversees companies, requires this to be publicly available in case something seems to be amiss by the company. This disclosure reaffirms all is well, and there was no attempt to hide discrepancies. Also, there weren't any reportable events that needed to be disclosed. Reportable events are basically big, unusual things that the auditors need to flag. The company also confirmed that they didn't talk with Baker Tilly about any complicated application of accounting rules or what kind of audit opinion Baker Tilly might give. They also didn't discuss anything that could have been a disagreement or a reportable event with Baker Tilly. Byline Bancorp gave Moss Adams a copy of this report before sending it to the SEC. They asked Moss Adams to write a letter saying whether they agreed with what Byline wrote. Moss Adams agreed with Byline's statements. So, what does this all mean? It appears that the change in accountants was simple and clean, with Moss Adams and Byline agreeing on all points. It seems like the whole thing was driven by the merger and not by any problems with Byline's financials. Now, based on this document, what do we think of Byline Bancorp's direction after this change? The accountant change itself seems neutral. It's more about the merger of accounting firms than anything specific to Byline. A risk to consider is how smoothly Baker Tilly transitions into the role of auditor. Any hiccups in that process could create uncertainty in the short term. An opportunity might arise if Baker Tilly brings fresh perspectives or expertise that benefits Byline's financial reporting. In conclusion, this 8K report is more about housekeeping than any major drama. The key takeaway is that the change in auditors appears to be orderly and without any major disagreements. Alright, that's our breakdown of Byline Bancorp's latest filing. What's your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.